Welcome back to another episode of L.A Chronicles, the Graff Game. I'm your host, The Giver, and I got a special guest for you guys today, making his internet debut and hailing from South Central Los Angeles, born and bred west of the 110 freeway, representing GAW, God's at Work, GAC, Guilty as Charged, and he's currently in full activation mode. Please help me in welcoming Jokes.
Thanks for having me.
What's up, big dog? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping by the studio. I appreciate it. I know you're a busy man, so I appreciate it. Before I actually get into the interview, Jokes, I want to just briefly talk about an incident that happened that became a part of this story. You know, we were supposed to originally do this interview about, 2 months ago approximately.
Mm-hmm.
And on the day of the interview, you sent me a text saying, hey, big dog, something came up, can we reschedule? And I'm like, cool, no problem. The very next day, I get a text from a homie, and the text message said, Jokes got shot. And I didn't even tell you this, dog, but as I was reading that text, man, that hit me like a gut punch. I was like, damn, no. I was like in shock. I didn't hear the detail, it was still developing, and it was only until a few days later that we spoke after the shooting occurred that, I found out that it was pretty serious.
Mm-hmm.
So I know the backstory, it's not graph related. It is street related. I don't want you to speak on that aspect of it. I think it's a little too hot for TV.
Mm-hmm.
But if you could just tell us, like, what happened, like maybe how far the perpetrator was, what time of day, and where you got hit, and you could just kind of fill us in.
Shit, it was early in the morning. And fucking, it's a basic L.A. altercation.
Yeah. Yeah.
And started talking shit. And pulled out a gun immediately. And I just kept talking shit. I always talk shit. Like, I'm just been like that,
Yeah.
And my dumb ass told him something that any buddy would have been like, fuck this fool, he would just pop him. You know what I mean? I just talked too much shit. Yeah. And I was already, like I said, I was talking shit for a minute. I was already leaving. I had time to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Could have left. Could have avoided the whole situation, but my dumb ass was talking shit. And he popped me from like close range.
Yeah.
Here to like, let me just say like 3 feet.
Oh, that close?
Yeah. And I was in the car and he was out of the car. And he shot me. Boom, it hit me in the arm, like right here. Right here. But it hit me this angle. So it went like this and it landed in my right lung. It hit me in my left arm, landed in my right lung. So it really messed me up. And it's a trip, like how you said that, like I was supposed to do the interview the day before.
Right.
And when I was leaving, once I was leaving, once I got my prayers out the way, one of my thoughts was, damn, I should have done the interview last day, because I did think maybe I'm gonna die, because it felt horrible right here. Like I knew right away, like damn, like something's wrong right here. You know what I mean? This is not a regular. I've been shot before, and this one felt a lot worse than the last time.
Let me ask you something about that really quick, Joe. I've been shot at multiple times in my younger years, but fortunately, I've never been hit. Could you maybe explain to me like what it actually feels like to get shot, like pain level, and then like what goes through your mind when you realize, damn, I'm hit?
It's crazy because like I said, I've been shot before, so it's been two different. I can explain two different types of pain. You know what I mean? So let's
talk about this one. Right?
This one right here. Like as soon as he hit me, I felt like I swallowed a bullet through my throat. Damn. That's what it felt like, because I guess it got stuck in my lung or whatever.
Yeah.
And right away I felt like I could spit something out or something. Like how it felt like something was in my lung or whatever.
Yeah.
And it just felt like, I don't know, like a real good hit, but I know I'm shot. I'm leaking everywhere, so it's like. Yeah. I don't know how to explain the pain. The pain is not that much. Like the arm, like all of this, I didn't even feel it.
Yeah.
but I did feel all right here, like messed up, you know?
Right.
And yes, it's just it's a fucked up feeling. I can't explain it. You know what I mean? Like I was more like trying to breathe type shit. I guess it didn't put me down. No, I got to drive away. I was walking around and shit, and it was like the cops were like, "Oh, it's an arm shot," and they're all like, "Oh, you're good," and I'm telling them, "I can't breathe. Something's in my, something's in my chest. I feel it in my chest." And they're like, "Nah, it's your arm, whatever," because it just looks like an arm shot, whatever.
Right.
But
did you drive yourself to the hospital?
I drove. I drove and called 911. I drove away.
Oh, okay.
I drove away, and I called them. I met them like at a restaurant.
Gotcha. Okay. And damn, that's crazy. And by what you're telling me, you think you're gonna make a full recovery?
I'm hoping.
Yeah, is it looking like?
It feels like it is. Like it's still hard for me to take hard breaths, like long breaths. It's like something's in the way or some shit. But hopefully I recover all the way, and we'll find out soon. I'm still weak. I can't pick up heavy shit. The other day I tried to pick up like a cinder block.
Yeah.
And it just felt like a long cut, like inside. It felt like just healing, I guess. You know what I mean? It's just healing up in there.
Damn, big dog. Well, I'm glad you're still here, dog. That's
me too.
Yeah. Take me back to your childhood, Jokes. What was it like growing up? Where did you grow up?
South Central, off of Slauson and Western. That's home.
I'm familiar with the area. Can you tell me about what it was like growing up, like the demographics?
At the time, like I'm talking back, early '90s.
Okay.
So it was predominantly black. Hispanic for short. I was like the only Hispanic on my block.
Okay.
There was a lot of crack sales, a lot of crack sales in the block, a lot of stuff. The hood was different back then.
And you would see it, people just openly?
Yeah, it was like corner serving. Every corner had a dude serving almost, And it was just like clockwork. It was like watching one of these movies or like shows that we see right now.
Yeah.
Just being outside, I used to see a lot of bullshit.
Yeah. Now when you were growing up seeing this, did you ever, did it ever faze you? Like, damn, maybe I should stay away from these people, or was it just normal?
I think it was normal to me. Because I guess I grew up. My brother was a gang member, so I grew up kind of in seeing stuff.
Okay,
you know what I mean. So I just it's a trip that how, and I don't know if all the kids that grew up my era, my age were like that, but like we were just like we wanted to be like the dudes we seen. You know what I mean? There was no other we didn't see no other way. That's what we wanted to be. And not everybody, like I said, I can't speak for everybody, but I know I wanted to be like my brother and them, or like the dudes I used to see. You know what I mean? So and that's what they were doing too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just doing differently.
What did your mom and pop say about what was going on in the neighborhood?
First generation Mexicans, they don't know. They didn't know, I guess they didn't know what they were getting into.
Yeah.
I guess the Mexicans out there were used to having their kids play outside like normal, So we used to be outside, I grew up with just my mom. My dad, he went to jail, he the lifer.
Okay.
So she tried her best. Mom was a sweetheart. She tried to raise us right, but I don't know if it's the generation, the era, the place we lived at, where my brother was already involved in all kind of stuff. So by the time I got to 12, 13, I had already seen so much. I was already been through a lot. And so I'll probably grow up a little different than other people. Only dudes that grew up like that type of lifestyle.
Do you remember what even inspired you to start writing graffiti?
I was infatuated by it. Everything about Graff, to me, was new. Just the dress code, the party scene, writers, all the writers. It was all inspirational. The whole generation, I guess the whole '90s, early '90s, to me was just dope. Even I can't lie, even the Fox undercover stuff, all that shit was popping. All that shit made it even doper.
Yeah.
And then I guess dudes my age, all we seen in the ghetto, we were gonna be gang members, and this was a different route, cool ass different route, but it was a struggle too, because we got a lot of hate from the gangs and everybody else. You know, it was like, it was a cool little struggle. But it was beautiful, man. Like, it was just the thing, I think, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I think the dressing, cause like back then, if you were a groover, if you were like, you dressed like a groover. If you were a rebel, you were just down, at the toe rebel.
Right.
If you were a tagger, we had our own, we had a couple of different styles that, like the rackers, how they dressed and how the regular hood taggers dressed. And it was all dope to me. I dressed all of them, you know what I mean? I dressed all different styles, even a little bit, you know what I mean, gangsterish too.
Yeah.
And like the gang members, they had their dress code, So it's like, I liked it, all of that, you know what I mean? I loved the party scene. I was from a party crew too as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
How old were you when you got started in Graff?
I started like at 11, but didn't get like full-fledged to like 13, 14.
That's when you hit the streets for real?
Yeah, that's when it got more serious, you know?
Yeah. Okay, at 13, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember your first spot, man, that you hit?
It was like an alley spot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, alley spot, you know? It was actually in Highland Park, like in the Northeast.
Okay. Way out there?
Yeah, I moved out there for like 6 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I moved around a lot, but South Central was always home.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
I always moved back towards the South Central, towards the where I grew up at.
Yeah. Okay. Can you tell me the story about how you came up with your name, Jokes?
My name Jokes. Well, that was my brother's name. Okay. And, and when he passed away, I took on his name. Like my homie Vessel, he used to write Best. He used to get up. He was up as fuck as Best. And he started writing his brother's name, Vessel. His brother was a tagger that died in '92. Okay. And he started using his name, and he was like, he's a big part of my Graff life. That's my boy right there, my boy Vessel. Shout out to my boy Vessel, HNS, GC. He taught me a lot. Okay. Like all the writers I know, like he put me up on game more than anybody I can say. He showed me the way, and that's my boy right there. So he changed his name to Vessel, and I thought that was dope. And then, and he came to my house right before my brother passed away, and then my brother was like, I told him this is the homie Vessel, and my brother looked at him, he was like, "You're not OG Vessel, rest in peace." And then my homie Vessel had like shock, like, "Oh, that was my brother." You knew my brother? Because it had been like 3 years since he had died. Right. And he's like, "Yeah, your brother, he was down for his shit." Yeah. And then my brother didn't say that about a lot of people. You know? And then I guess it stuck to him because we had just became friends, me and Vessel. So like now he would come around after that. He wanted to come around after that. So when he came around again, my brother had got killed. So now he was like a shock to him too. Like, oh shit. So now we're like two dudes from the same struggle. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it gave us a little upper edge, I think, on stuff because now it's like we don't really care about a lot of stuff. You know, it was like I can't lie and say I wasn't a traumatized kid because I guess I am traumatized. I see now I was traumatized. Yeah. Probably to this day, I'm not normal. You know, like it's something's a little different about me and my way of thinking. Yeah. You know, and it's probably because of my dad and my brother. You know, and everything I've been through. I've been through a lot, you know, like can't even speak about it. You know, like I lived. I ain't gonna lie, like it sounds like a lie. Like if I start talking to you about stuff, it sounds like I'm just lying. So it's like I'll just keep it to minimum. And shit, you know what I mean?
Can I ask about your bro? Just you don't have to get in details, but just vaguely, kind of what happened.
Yeah. So my brother, he was one of them dudes. I guess one of them dudes that had to go. He was one of them dudes that I never want to have beef with, and that's why it's a trip. Like I'll be around gang members and like taggers and all the time, you know. And my standard for a gang member is like up here because that's what I seen. You know what my brother did in front of me. Yeah. So and I used to look up to my brother. He died at 20 years old. Damn. I got a daughter who's 25 right now, and I look at her like a little kid. Right. And I used to look at my brother like if he was a triple OG. You know what I mean? Because all the stuff I seen him do and whatever the hell it was. But now I see it like, damn, my brother was a little ass kid. He died at 20, he didn't even get to live. Right. You know what I mean? But from what I seen, like, he was too much out here. So, like, when I'm around G's, I'm like, my standards are up there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's different. My brother was a motherfucker, but yeah, he did so much, man, that It was a trip because his beef became like it got me in beef. Like I had beef with the Tank Crew and their big brother. They were from a different gang, and they had beef with my brother's gang. And so we started tripping on them. We used to be cool with them dudes. We got beef. Them dudes knew where I lived at, hung at, kicked it at, all of that. So them fools went and told the rival gang, my brother's rival gang, where I used to go to church at. Yeah. And when we were coming out of church, me and the homies, we used to always go to church. And when we were coming out, me and my cousins and my homie Moko, rest in peace, we seen the gang of gangsters like over there, like coming with bats. And me and my cousin Rick Craig were like, bro, we ran across the street, let's go. We ran across Western, and then we telling my homie Moko, rest in peace, and my cousin Leroy, let's go. But they were older, bigger dudes. They're all like walking like, they're badasses and shit. Yeah. They're like, nah, it's them dudes from 18th Street, don't trip. I got this, I know them or whatever. But it wasn't them. So we waited for my cousin across the street. And right when they crossed, there were some more dudes hiding over here that popped out. And they were like, where y'all from? And as soon as my cousin was going to say, the crew was RFA back then. Right. He was going to say RFA, and they just took off on them. Boom, they started clubbing them. And I ran up, and back then it was just like real baggy. I fucking tightened my belt, ran up. They thought I had a popper or something. Yeah. They all like squint, they all backed up. And I got a little lick in. My cousin ran, and I fucked up. I should have ran with him. Right. There was too many dudes, I was thinking something else. So I squared up, and I was like, I ran too. And then they caught me. And one dude grabbed me, and he grabbed me in the headlock, and he pulled himself back. He was like, dale. Yeah. Well, just club me, boom. And he dropped me face first. They started clubbing me, beat me up, and I'm just blocking and kicking them dudes, and they fucking me up till I pass out. Yeah. And I wake up, and I'm all fucked up, and I see the people like, you need help, you good? I'm like, nah, I'm good, but I'm like fucked up. And I'm walking down Western, and one of them were coming back, and then he cracks me again. He got me good. Boom. Damn. And I fell.
So you're still dazed and fucked up, and then he hits you again.
Yep. And that one hit me good. I heard that one like a crack, like I fell. Boom. I got up. And I'm walking, and my head is all fucked up. I got like 4 big scars on my head, big cranium crack. And I'm back home, and I caught my cousin sleeping in the alley, and he walking with me. I'm talking shit. I'm mad. I'm fucking mad as fuck. Shit just happened to me. Yeah. But yeah, this kind of like it came between my brother's beef and our beef.
Gotcha. And how old were you when this happened?
I was 13.
Damn, man, 13, getting beat like that.
Yeah.
Damn, that's tough to hear, big dog. That's tough to hear, man. Damn. What did your mom say, bro, when your brother passed away?
Shit, that shit traumatized her bad. If you ever lived with, like, my mom was like, she loved us, and that was her firstborn, so you know how that goes. But after that, like, see, from my lifestyle, it changed everything. Yeah. Now it's like my mom was scared every night, like, for me. Yeah. And we were out every night. You know what I mean? So mom's like, come home every night or call me. Yeah. Call me, like, even as I got older. Yeah. Even as I got older, 21, 22, she could not go to sleep if I didn't call her. Yeah. Like, hey, I'm about to go to sleep. Come over here, or like, go to sleep, mom. Like, very different. Like, it fucked my mom up.
Damn, I can only imagine. Man, that's tough, big dog. That is tough. Did you ever write a different name other than Jokes? Like a beginner name?
Yeah. First name was Havoc.
Yeah? Okay.
Havik.
V-I-K? Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why I spelled it like that, but it was supposed to be like the character from the X Factor, X-Men or whatever.
Right. And
they spelled it different, Havok, but I just...
That's right.
But I just didn't spell it like that for some reason. Yeah.
And then how long did you write that name?
Oh, VOC, I mean. I wrote that for about a year and a half. Okay. And then I started writing Coast.
Okay, Coast.
Coast with another little name next to it, but that's the only name that they got me under. They caught me writing that name. So even every time I go to jail, my moniker on the green card, it pops up right there. So I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, it's Coast. Yeah. Okay. And how long did you write that particular one?
For about a year and a half.
Oh, okay.
Until like, yeah.
Okay. So you went through, and then you settled on Jokes?
Until,
the third?
When my brother passed away, I just kept that,
Yeah. Okay, cool. Hey, jokes fits you, man. Jokes works.
I was gonna change it. I was gonna change it this time around, and I told my homie Scoper, and he was like,
Yeah.
"Nah." He's like, "Do your jokes, just keep jokes." But
Yeah.
I wanted to change. I wanted to put something. I want some better letter scheme. I
Yeah.
can do better at. You know what I mean? Because that's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to hit that level I never hit. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get my skills out there. I guess I didn't do as much as I was gonna do. You know, I wanted to do. You know what I mean? I want to get better. I want to be more up and all of that. You know.
Yeah.
And it's a good time right now.
Yeah, well, I see you, man. I'm driving like in South Central and downtown doing business out there. Man, you're even creeping on my side of town, man, Linwood.
Oh yeah.
Every other rooftop, I'm seeing jokes, man. So you're definitely doing your thing, man, getting the attention of and the respect of the Graff Game.
Yeah, I always liked it not to be just like one spot. You know, like keep it separated. You know what I mean? But I guess now that I'm older, I'm hitting shit more strategically.
Yeah.
More better spots and bigger. So it's like I'm standing out more now than I did in my run back in the day. So I'm thinking.
Would you say this is your biggest run?
I'm
Or
gonna
you
say
had a bigger run.
I'm gonna say it's my best run probably.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's probably my best run. But first run, that was the golden years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I loved every piece of that. It doesn't feel the same at all.
No.
Even though I know I feel like I'm up more now than back then.
Right.
But in reality, I'm not putting in as much work as back then.
Yeah.
Like back then, we wake up, walk to the bus, put in work.
Yeah.
Get in the bus, put in work at the bus. Go to school, ditch, go put in work somewhere else. You know, like in the nighttime, go bombing, just tagging yards, and like we were just all about Graff back then. Like it was basically our daily routine, racking and writing.
You mentioned buses. Did you kill buses?
Yeah, I love to kill buses.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I loved it.
Would you use like sandpaper or a scribe?
I used everything.
Oh, everything. Okay.
Acrylic
Yeah,
and scribe
right.
was my favorite. I'm from the acrylic era.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we used to rack a lot of acrylics and the carpet seats, even
Yep.
in the streets. To this day, I feel like using them.
Yeah.
And I don't ever use them. They're messy. You know,
They
they're
are.
very messy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm from the acrylic and scribe era. I love that shit.
What did your mom think about you writing Graff?
My mom, she was a sweetheart.
Yeah.
My mom, like, you tell her your son's a tagger, she'll be like, hell no, he's not. She was in denial, you know, like she loved us, you know, like I have spray cans, markers, been caught for tagging plenty of times. We use service for it, and she'd still be like, no, my son's not a tagger, you know.
Yeah.
My mom, she was like real nice, you know, like with us. She tried her best to love us, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. She was in denial. You couldn't tell her your son's a tagger or your son's a gang member. She was in denial with both of us. You know?
She wasn't trying to hear that.
She
Right?
wasn't trying to hear that shit. Get that shit away from me.
Right.
My sons are angels. You know what I mean? My bad. My sons are angels.
Choir boys.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you guys ever have any? I think I know the answer based on what you told me. But did you guys ever have any like tough conversations? Did you ever sit down with you and say, "Hey, man, you know, just take a different route. Don't continue down the path that you're currently on"?
She did tell me a lot of stuff.
Oh, she did? Okay.
She did tell
Okay.
me. But her main concern was for me not to get killed. You know.
Yeah.
Like my brother, I got killed already, so that's just focus number one.
Right.
So she always wanted to know where I was at. And, you know what I mean, all the time. And me being a tagger, I'm always out. Always being out partying or whatever. So it traumatized her a lot, you know? Like I had to call her all the time, constantly. You know what I mean? Just to check in and let her know I'm still alive. Because it fucked her up bad.
Yeah.
It fucked her up real bad. It fucked me up too. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? To this day, I'm a traumatized person, you know?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that till now. But yeah, I grew up a little different.
And after maybe those conversations, did it ever cross your mind to like, man, maybe I should just give this all up, quit Graff, just walk a straight path?
Well, to me, Graff is probably what saved me. You know what I mean? Because you see, the path I was going was a whole different path. You know what I mean? And I love tagging so much that I chose a different route than my brother, you know?
Yeah.
But that's what I was destined to be. like him. And my mom seen, even though she knows she's in denial, all of us, she seen the difference between how I was and how he was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was getting caught doing different shit.
Right.
I'm getting caught tagging and racking.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? And it was like, she see me how I dress, and then she see how he dressed. It was two different lifestyles. Both dangerous at the time, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of my homies got killed. It didn't matter if you're a tagger or not, you know?
Yeah.
And like I said, I got shot. I got shot by a tagger too. You know what I mean? I've been shot by a tagger before too. It's just, it is what it is.
Damn. Can you just briefly just touch on that incident with the other tagger?
He was actually from my own crew.
Oh, okay. Is it personal beef?
He started tripping on my other homie. I'm like, chill with that noise. You know what I mean? Over bro shit.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, and I'm like, chill with that noise. The homie was smaller or whatever.
Yeah.
He ended up, you get that ego. Writing gives you ego, you know what I mean? And this dude, he was a toy. I'm not even gonna mention his name because
right.
He's not even worth mentioning, you know what I mean? And he used to ride with me or whatever, but the ego got big and he thought he was just like, and I'm like, nah, bro, you know, like you're not gonna fuck with the little homie. The little homies, it's your big homie. But the little homie is your big homie, dog. Right. Who the fuck are you? And then we started tripping. I got down with his big brother. His big brother was from the crew too, but he started gang banging. And so when I got down with him, he was a gang member or whatever. And he thought, oh, my big brother's gonna fuck you up, whatever. But put hands on the dude. We went at it.
Yeah.
We went at it though.
Yeah.
And then they packed me out after. And so after that, we had beef. After that, we had beef. And every time I'll see him, but I ain't gonna lie, the homie, like, he wasn't just big headed because he was riding. You know, he was pushing his little things. He was like out of state with it. Yeah. And he had money and shit. So I ain't gonna lie, like a lot of my crew betrayed me and went with him. Yeah, okay. You know, a lot of dudes went on his side, and then a couple of dudes stayed on this side. It's like I rebuild right there. I think I started like a second gen GC right there. Okay. And a lot of the dudes like went with him,